listening to Season 4 of That's Life, the podcast designed with your laughter in mind. So sit back, relax, and prepare to be entertained.
That's life.
And we're back. We are totally back. Woo! Yes, sirree. Here with episode numero 110. That's right, the big 110. It's about 70 degrees outside, but about 30 degrees in here.
Makes no
in
sense.
The studio.
Our studio definitely likes to defy all laws of anything normal.
It's like fuck your
Fucking
global warming.
squirrels.
It's global cooling in here.
Yeah.
The polar vortex is centered over our podcast. But we're back. We're back. We were going to do a Sunday, but Pate, Face, had things happening, which were just crazy.
That was less than exciting, less than fun. I did not enjoy it.
But before we jump into our what's new, I want to give a shout out to our new listeners, our awesome new listeners.
I love new listeners.
Hope you're enjoying the show.
They're delicious.
Got a whole bunch of back stuff to listen to there, so you'll be busy for a while.
Yes.
But there'll be new stuff coming out. Don't you worry your lovely
Once you're hearing
heads.
this is actually the newest, most bleeding edge. That's lifest stuff.
That is correct. You're on the fucking razor's edge of comedy right here.
I welcome you in our future, but to our past.
Yes. Our future, our past.
Avid listeners are bending the laws of time and space.
It's your present. Yeah, there's definitely some kind of time dilation going on, but that's okay.
That's all right. We have a
I saw Interstellar, so I'm all right. I'm okay now. But Pete, what's new? What's new with your face? Because it sounded. I was like, after you told me about it.
It no longer has a golf ball lodged in the side of it.
Yeah,
so
that sounds so
nice.
Painful.
I'll start there. Yeah, why not? So last weekend we wanted to, I was all psyched to do a show.
Do it Sunday. I was pumped up.
I wasn't sure what day because when you asked me about doing it tomorrow, it was still Friday night. So I was like, cool, Saturday night, that's great. But then Saturday rolls around, I got up, went to work for 5 hours, no problems. Left at noon, right? Leaving the job, get home, excuse me, fine. Eat lunch, I'm okay. An hour after lunch, start getting little pain in the side of the face. And I'm like, all right, that happens. I had some crunchy peanut butter,
Silvering.
Whatever.
Might have been bits of the teeth. Might have been creamy peanut butter, but molar peanut butter.
But, so at first I didn't really think anything of it because okay, ate something crunchy, maybe.
Yeah, it's
a
just
little sore. No big.
Yeah,
it'll go away.
Yeah.
Well, it did the opposite of going away.
Or it'll get horrible.
It got instantly over the next 20 minutes or so once I first noticed it, got to be completely unbearable to the point of swollen and just want
to saw my head off.
It was upper jaw, right underneath the cheek type of area. So right into the eye, into the temple,
sinuses,
can't
all
get away
that
from
shit.
it type of nonsense. And I was supposed to get packing done and cleaning done and recording some
no, you weren't getting
some stuff for my other YouTube channel done. And I'm over here, I'm eating every 2 hours I was hitting it with the Ambisol and eating fistfuls of fucking ibuprofen and all kind of stuff.
Anything to stop the swelling.
Which it must have helped because I kept on just falling asleep for a little bit here and there. So I'm not sure if I was just overdosing myself to pass the fuck out long enough to not pay attention to
Kidney
it.
failure to sleep, and then when they started working again, you woke up in agony.
So it was kind of like that from about 2 in the afternoon till about 2 in the morning. Just mind-numbingly excruciating, horrible pain. And then I've passed out with actual just exhausted sleepness to wake up the next morning to a much reduced pain level, but just golf ball sized face. Horrible fever. And just throwing up and shit. It was just it moved out of the pain. The nerve must have just finally given up and died. Yay. Yeah. And but then the rest of the infection was now for the rest of you.
There's a whole body here. Whee!
So I didn't even get to be active on Sunday, which was going to be my big major cleaning
Get
packing
your
day,
shit together day.
which I'll get to why the packing thing shortly. Until 5 at night is when I finally I was able to get out of bed and get a shower and be functioning. And even then I was just drained from the whole experience. Unlike my face, because the whole side of my face was fucking swollen
the fuck
and
up.
gross. Then Monday morning I went to work but left early because I would have been fine if I didn't have to talk to anybody. But they're like, "Oh, you're training your replacement today." Like, oh, good.
Do they know sign language? No, this is going to be a long fucking day.
Yeah. So about like after like 11:30, I was like, "Guys, I got to take off at 1:30. I'll do half a day, but that's all you can get out of me. Like I can't do this the rest of the day." So then, so it was like I left early yesterday, and then just straight up took off today. Not really because I was feeling any kind of way. Like I was pretty much all right all day, but I needed a day to get shit done. Like that Sunday was it.
Yeah.
That was the last day I had. Because now we'll get to this. A couple weeks back.
Drum roll.
A little while back. I think I mentioned this before. It's been a while. Like talking about moving up to Philadelphia and doing all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, last podcast we talked about because you're like talking about having to commute to the job and shit, and we're like, oh
that's
man,
right. Yeah.
oh that's going to be a hell of a hike. Yeah.
So after that show, I ended up talking to this temp at my current job who had just done the opposite move. He moved down here from Philly. And he was just like, oh, you should go check out this company out there. And I was like, all right. Because we were doing that, like, how'd you end up here type of talking.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, yeah, this company up there, they do that corrugating thing that you know how to do. And I said, oh, do they? So not that day. The next day, I called up the company and talked to like the secretary and was like explained what was going on. Like, hey, moving up there, got a buttload of experience. Can I talk to HR or whatever? And then she's like, I'll do you one better. I'll transfer you to this supervisor here. I was like, all right, cool. Left a message on the guy's voicemail. Didn't think anything of it more than that, just because I did my job without sending a resume or anything. Just calling the guy.
You cast your line. Let's see if they nibble on the hook.
I didn't expect to hear anything from him till like Monday or later. 2 hours later, my next break, I had a voicemail.
You're a dude with experience? Oh, my God.
Guy was like, yeah, we need to get together. Give me a call, this, that, and the other thing. So I finally talked to him. That was on a Wednesday. Set up an interview for the following Friday. Went up there.
Crazy early in the morning.
Yeah, it was like 7:15 in the morning.
Which means you have to leave here at about 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, so I left the day before.
Yeah.
So I went up after work, stayed over, which was good because that learned me the transport, the trains and buses and whatnot from my apartment to there. Because I already had the housing situation nailed down. That was solid. It was the employment that I was concerned about.
Yeah.
So I get there at 7:14 or 7:50. Well, I got there before that, but 7:15. He shows me around the plant. We start talking about stuff. I'm there for like almost 2 hours, just talking about stuff. The guy's got this big dumb grin on his face, asking me all these questions.
Yeah.
Like just going. He's asking me questions about the corrugated stuff and quality and all this kind of stuff. And then he starts asking me like team building type questions. What would you do in this situation? What would you do to get your guys motivated? Oh, you like to run fast, do you? I'm like, yeah, this 700 feet a minute shit's got to go. So, and I know for a fact they have a supervisor position open there at the moment.
Oh, dude, go hard.
So, we're going to work on that. But anyway, so then he's like, all right, well, he says, okay, well, I'm going to send you for your drug test and your physical. I was like, yes, good, because I didn't want to have to come back up later and do that at a different time.
Yeah.
And right now, he tells me this at about 8:45 in the morning. He goes, it's over here at the temple. I was like, all right, cool. Where's that? He's like, oh, here's the address. I said, let's pretend I just moved up here and don't really know where I'm going. He's like, oh, okay. Well, you go this way and go that way. Take like 10 minutes to drive there. I went, oh, yeah, drive there.
Drive there.
All right, sure. It's like, well, okay, I'll get over there. And he goes, yep, you have to be there between 9 and 10. So I have an hour at most to get over there.
Figure out how the fuck to get there.
All right, cool. Well, that doesn't give me enough time to dick around on my phone with the SEPTA website because it took me half an hour just to figure out to take one train and one bus to get to where I was at because that website's awful. So I was like, Google Maps, go. It's like, go this way, go that way, go that way. You'll be there. It's like, okay, so basically what he said, except walking. How long is it going to take? 54 minutes. Son of a bitch. Through the Spanish ghetto. God damn it, Google. All right, no problem. I got this. It's 9 in the morning. All the drug dealers are asleep. This will be fine.
Good point.
So made it there in about 30 minutes.
Excellent.
Got there. Did my thing. They were like, you walked here from there? Do you know where you went? I was like, yes, I do. I know where I went. Don't worry about it.
I power walks
fine.
there.
We're good. I'm fortunately relatively fearless.
Yes.
If not fully smart. So then, and now it gets even better because from there to meet up with my dad, I have to walk up Front Street through Kensington.
Dun, dun, dun.
This is all North Philly. So if anybody knows North Philly, yeah, it was an experiment in really shitty neighborhoods.
You went through all the fun parts.
Yeah. I was like, these are all the places I know I'm not supposed to be. Holy crap, I'm glad it's light out.
Yeah, being in the morning is probably the safest time.
Yeah, that was
you
the
could do
best
that.
time I could have been there. So I was like, all right. I mean, I didn't have any problems or nothing, but, still. It's like, I'm glad I live in South Philly in the relatively
Safer zone.
upscale white Asian neighborhood. But, yeah.
Also known as the Wasian neighborhood.
The way Girard Estates, actually, is what it's officially called. But, either way I go a couple blocks the other way, I can still pick up all the drugs I need.
It's a gated,
great.
barbed wire guard tower community.
I wouldn't go that far, but, it's nice. So that's all happening this coming Saturday is when I'm moving.
Everything's
officially.
happening. Moving, everything you could possibly need to do is happening. Pretty much
it's
at once.
all just so quick. But yeah, that it all rolled through real quick. Like they called me the next Monday and were like, yeah, everything came back fine. I'm like, good, I don't do drugs. So, I expected it to be fine.
I was afraid I picked up a contact high going through.
Well, I was slightly concerned considering the football game I went to like the week and a half before, but I was like, nah, not that big a deal. But I always get nervous about that kind of shit. Just because, like, what if they change their minds and stuff? And especially just because it's like, leaving everything.
Leaving all the job, everything,
to go
new,
over
total
here.
newness.
So, but that was just like huge ball of stress going, putting my 2 weeks at my job and doing and all that kind of stuff. They wanted me to start the next day. He was like, get your steel-toed boots. You're starting tomorrow. I was like, I got to put in my 2 weeks. Relax. Calm down.
I really, really wish I could.
I would love to, but I need a little time to pack up. Jesus Christ.
Yes. Moving to a totally different fucking state, pretty much.
Yeah. Good God, man. Calm down. Give me
But
a
that's
chance
nice, though.
to put
That's
some clothes in a bag.
That's a chance to make some more money.
Yeah, it's like $2 more an hour just to start. Because he was like, "What are you making?" And I told him. He goes, "That's bullshit. We're gonna give you this."
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes, he goes, "You max out around 2021."
Yeah, dude. Like a couple months working there, you'll be back in a car. You know what I mean? You'll be mobile.
I'm not. I don't know. I haven't decided if I actually want to do the car thing, just because.
It is a financial commitment.
I like the city,
but you will have like money, and be able to.
Yeah.
Just,
Yeah.
Maybe I want to drive around somewhere or something.
I might.
I never can tell.
Maybe. Yeah, that's one of those things I'll think about when I get there.
And they'll be less likely to just take your car from you like Faggot, New Jersey did.
Right, exactly.
Because they've got real crime in Philly to deal with. They're like, You're not shooting someone? Cool. Can you just take your car? Just take your car out. Just get insured or something. I don't give a shit. Whatever. Fucking God. We got real criminals to deal with. What do you think this is? What do we think? We're New Jersey State Police?
Shit, what is this, Franklinville Township? Get out of here.
Yeah, I got the fuck. We got real fucking business to attend to.
You haven't killed anybody in the last month? You're good
Yes. You don't have 6 warrants sworn out for your arrest for murder. You're fine. Just go ahead. Just try to pay off whatever. We don't give a shit. Whatever. Fuck it.
Yeah, so that's...
Well, that's good. Good news that things clicked into place, Yeah,
everything fell in line real quick.
Starting in a place that's going to definitely appreciate you. You know what I mean? Doing stuff that your core skills that you have.
Yeah, I'm surprised I remembered as much as I did, but it's one of them things. It's like riding a bike.
Dude, once a
Death
corrugator...
machine bike.
Once a corrugator, always a corrugator. It's like being a Marine, except you don't have to go to other countries to kill people.
That's right. Solve your problems with a metal stick.
Yeah, big, heavy plug puller you just collapse people's fucking domes with.
Exactly.
But, there's some positive news.
So, yeah, that's going well. I'll finally... Yeah, and I'll actually have space to put my damn studio together.
Well, there you go. Doing speaking of studio and doing stuff, still doing the dragon thing going on.
Oh yeah, that's right. I didn't get to announce that here because I used the Nerdarchy channel for that. Good God, yeah. So anybody who's into gaming, specifically Hearthstone and now Borderlands 2, myself and a buddy of mine have a YouTube channel, youtube.com/ForgeDragons, where we are generally bad at video games,
but funny.
But yeah, I try to make it entertaining. We also accidentally discovered that my buddy over there, Arkillian, is really good at Warrior Constructed. He's like, "Oh, I got this Warrior deck. I don't know. It's kind of just like sort of a gimmick, and it's just about everything exploding." And I was like,
In the game Hearthstone.
In Hearthstone,
Okay.
yeah. I was like, "Sounds
For
cool.
our
Let's check it out."
For our listeners.
And of course, he has this deck. He plays it. It's like episode 3 and 4, I think. No, 4 and 5. I don't know, something like that. Go watch my channel.
Yeah, watch the channel and figure it out.
And he's just like, and it's like, pretty much it's almost a freaking net decked control warrior, but it just got a little bit more explodey flavor to it. Because I'm looking at it going, this is a control warrior deck. You switch like 2 or 3 things around and you'll be unstoppable. So we switched 2 or 3 things around and he was unstoppable.
That's
like
awesome.
He went like 2 episodes, which was like 5 matches undefeated.
Dude, a good warrior deck, especially that shit where like I forget what card it is, but it destroys any damaged creature.
Execute.
Yeah, dude, that's just fucking brutal, man. I fucking that's a good warrior will wipe you the fuck out with that shit.
Yeah, that's I play Zoo Warlock, and I have a hard time with Control Warrior.
Yeah,
because they're designed basically to counter Zoo.
Yeah, it's like we're just going to. Oh, you have a lot of creatures out. You just spend all this time. That's cute.
Yeah, Whirlwind, Execute, Explosive Ghoul thing, and all
You
that.
dirty bastard.
Or Unstable Ghoul. Nasty cards.
And then they just bring the fucking pain at that point because you're just trying to get shit out and they're just destroying it.
Shield slam your big monsters for 11 points of damage.
Yeah, but I don't mind being beat by someone who's really good. It's fun. It gives me a chance to, how can I change my deck to counter that? Or, wow, I think I want to start a warrior deck. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's fun. Even losing's fun in this game.
Yeah,
you know?
I try. I know, I have a very low win percentage against warriors. Usually they have to get a really shit draw, and I have to get a really amazing one to win, which is fine. My new deck of stupid annoyingness has been this crazy Miracle Rogue that I've been running.
Yeah.
So I haven't recorded any episodes yet. Miracle Rogues are so dumb.
Miracle Rogues?
Yeah, the whole point is you just play control and sit back and do nothing for like 5 or 6 turns until you can drop a Gadget Sand Auctioneer and then cast every fucking spell in your deck until you have 2 charging 10-1 South Sea deckhands and you do like 27 damage in a turn.
And you win.
Yeah, it's retarded. If you don't draw right, you lose.
Yeah,
Like, it's all or nothing.
A one-trick pony, basically.
Yeah, you either wreck your opponent.
It works
horribly,
great or you just die.
or you die horribly.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things like if you get the Gadget Sand Auctioneer and a Conceal in your opening hand,
You're straight.
you pretty much win unless you fuck it up horribly, because it's almost game over from there. Especially if you go second, because the coin counts as a spell and it draws you a free card. Oh yeah.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah, because the whole idea, that's why it's called Miracle, because you get into these sticky situations where you have 4 life left and it's going to take you a miracle to win.
And all of a sudden, ba-boom.
Magically, you draw your deck and there you go. All of a sudden.
And you win. Ta-da.
All it takes is, if you already have a weapon out, it takes 8 mana and you do like 20 plus damage.
Oh, that's fucking crazy.
Retarded. Yeah, so if you can't win by turn 8, you've probably done it wrong.
Yeah,
or your opponent's designed to beat Miracle Rogue, which is like Handlock is real good against Miracle Rogue. Right now, until next month when the expansion comes out and destroys the meta.
Speaking of expansions, well, we'll save that. I'll save that for the mixed media review because I'm very hype about
I'm going
Warlords
to be
of
late
Draenor
on getting into
and-
that.
my
I'm
goodness.
actually going to resub to WoW.
You know, I knew it was going to happen.
Yeah,
it just
it's-
has to happen.
It's what it is. Like I was trying to avoid it and not watch anything on it, just to not.
No. All you have to do is watch one. If you watch the trailer, you're going to be like,
Well, I
The old
successfully watched the
cinematic.
trailer and I was like, all right, that's cool. Looks like WoW. But then I watched a bunch of like, hey, we're going to like play some of this game. I'm like, fuck, that looks really awesome.
yeah, it totally is.
And then Blizzard sent me an email. Hey, we got this expansion
Yeah.
coming out. Here's 7 days free.
Come on,
God
just try
damn
it. You'll like it. Try it. You'll like it.
Logged back in. Was like, yep. Did all the quests leading up to the thing. And,
Oh, and they got
and, like,
the,
30 seconds that took.
There's the boost thing where you can boost straight up to 90 if
Yep.
you're into that. And they have this feature come back that I heard about on the instance. I haven't looked into it, where you can get your deleted characters back,
Yeah, I read that,
which
on
is interesting.
patch notes somewhere.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
They're really making it so that people who are like, I'm quitting because I'm going to be responsible. And what? I can get Halifax back, my hunter
And
that
then
I was
boost him
with
right
for
to
like
90?
6 years.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So they're being really. No, we gotta save it. I'll fucking just go. We'll just start
Yeah.
getting into that because
Yeah.
Blizzard, we can't quit you. But
It's true because
what's news?
Yeah. Go on, because I got Blizz news too.
It's nothing I can really talk about yet. There's about to be all kinds of crazy, surprising. Oh my God, what's news with Carl? But we're not quite there yet. Can't draw the curtain back on that one yet. But
Yeah.
when I can, it'll be like, what? Because when I first heard about it, I was like, what? And it's like,
stay tuned.
Yeah, it's what? Yeah, but what? Yeah, but I know, but yeah, but hey, so there it is.
That is pretty much how it will go.
Yep. It's been working, and the rest is mixed media review stuff.
Awesome.
Which
Might as
brings
well.
us to, let's just jump right the fuck in, Pete. Let's do it. Put on our diving caps and our fucking flippers.
All right.
And let's jump right into...
Flippers in my other pants, but let's see what we can do.
And here I was thinking you were just happy to see me in those pants.
Well, you know.
Yeah, let's jump into our...
It's been a while.
Mixed media review. Whether it's movies, TV shows, video games, or books, we have the half-assed commentary you crave. It's Mixed Media Review. That's right, Mixed Media Review. We watch it, we play it, we read it, we listen to it.
I was like, what else do we do with it? I don't know.
We poke it, we prod it, and...
Ask it how its day was, and here we are.
We babble about it.
That's
So
right.
I went to see a movie, Pete.
I saw a movie too, but
I went to see Interstellar.
yeah, I saw Guardians of the Galaxy.
And of course you loved it.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
good. I liked it. I mean, so all that stuff you already know about it, I said that too.
Yeah.
That's my review. It was cute. I liked it. I'll watch the second one.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Oh, actually, no. The one thing I do have to say about Guardians of the Galaxy that I really, really appreciated,
Yes?
no one was allowed to monologue.
Yes, no monologue.
I really liked that. Anytime somebody started to monologue, something ridiculous or a rocket or something happened, and it was great.
Yep. Yeah.
I was like, finally, writers that get me.
Yeah, it's a wonderful pace in that movie. I love the pace.
Yeah.
The tone's
Didn't
perfect.
fuck around. It was good.
It
well,
was,
I mean, they fucked around, but in the right way.
Yes. It was really well done, and it just showed some real finesse in the screenplay, in the writing, in the directing,
Yeah,
in the editing,
I liked-
the effects, the acting.
I didn't really have much even like movie cunty gripes about
Not
it.
the only gripe I had is I wanted a little bit more, and that's a good gripe to have.
Yeah.
I wanted a little bit more of seeing what the bad guy did, and a little bit more time in the universe to see what the status quo is, so that the threat of it getting wrecked by bad guy takes on more meaning within the context of the story.
And the other thing is though with that, if just from watching on everything else, and if you know any of the comic book stuff, it's setting up the Infinity War.
Yeah, which is neat. But again,
But yeah, you're right. There's as far as the movies go, all we know is Thanos is a thing, and now there's one Infinity Gem in the movie universe.
Yeah,
That's it.
So I like maybe when I was like fucking 18 or 19, I might have known a little bit more about what was happening comic book wise. Thankfully, I forgot it all,
Well,
so I can just
eventually
accept it as
he
a
gets
film.
the other 4 gems, puts them on the Infinity Gauntlet, and then we have the Infinity Wars, which is going to be Avengers 3 in 2017, followed by Infinity Wars Part 2, Avengers 4 in 2019. So,
Which is pretty
there you
exciting.
go.
So it
There's
should be
a
cool.
thing on the internet.
And the Avengers shit is great. I'm loving that. So a lot of good shit is coming.
Yeah,
just
Marvel's,
in that
Marvel's
vein.
Phase 3 is going to be awesome.
I'm digging it. I am truly very hyped,
Michael Fassbender is Doctor Strange.
which is fucking awesome.
I was like, I'll watch it. I'd have watched
Oh,
it
yeah.
anyway, but
I watched that man read a phone book.
pretty much.
He's fucking great. He Prometheus. He stole the show in that film.
Yo, definitely.
Totally stole the show in that film. Having him, starting the film with him, his character was just perfect. It lets you know everything you need about this intriguing character of the synthetic person,
Right.
like Bishop said. But the android and it was a wonderful way to start it. I really appreciated that because it gets you into that world wonderfully through him. And I've always had a thing for the datas, for the AIs, the artificial creature trying to find themselves story, if you will.
Yep.
Always identify with that, myself being a weirdo misfit as I am. But I went to go see
True.
Interstellar.
Very weird. Yeah.
Now, I cannot give away even a tiniest bit of spoilers in it because
Because I haven't seen it yet, and I'm going to Sunday.
well, I wouldn't want to because I want people to go see it.
Right. It's still too new to have spoilers anyway.
And it's not like one of those films where, like, you know, you can give away stuff in Guardians of the Galaxy and it's not that big a fucking deal.
Right, because that one's a fluffy action movie.
Yeah,
and
this is a
cute.
film. This is a film. Nolan he showed his Kubrick influences,
but
he did it in a way that
I heard there's a lot of 2001 parallels.
Yeah, but more modern, a little bit more. I would have loved to have seen him go even more Kubrick into sprays, skeet, Kubrick all over the place. Because Stanley's the fucking man.
Yeah.
But he did it. He did it without seeming like he was aping him. More, it was that style.
Okay.
In some parts.
An homage, if you will.
Not even homage.
No.
Right. It was done very smartly. It was. I got to give it to him. I just as a film, like how it was put together, directed, edited, the score, that sort of thing.
Right.
I absolutely enjoyed it. It was
awesome.
A beautiful, beautiful film to watch. He did a lot of different camera work, such as for the rockets and stuff, and the little landing craft and stuff. The having the cameras affixed to the like you see in NASA
things.
Yeah. It was in many, many, many ways, but not all. But it's forgivable where it strayed from realism. Obviously, it's science fiction, but it was very grounded in the laws of physics, and you really feel like you're there. There are very few parts that pull you out of it, where you're like, "Whoa, that's a little space action filmy."
Yeah.
It's not a space action film at all. There's some action in it, not a space action film. If you happen to be a dad, because I was telling Pete about this.
Yeah, this sounded kind of brutal.
Like there's PG-13 because you shouldn't bring your kids this, or you should be there. There's lots of violence and almost a titty, so you gotta be careful. Triple X, there's fucking rim shots and fucking deep throating
dick and vagina.
Yeah, so definitely don't want to have any kids there or anything. There should be some kind of a warning. If you're a dad and happen to have a daughter between the ages of 6 to 8, you want to bring some Kleenex and shit with you for the tears, because there's mad feels in this fucking movie. And fantastic performances selling it. Fantastic performances selling the feels. Dude, every actor in it does a fantastic job. The writing is really, 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 really good. There was one or two elements in it where I'm just like, oh, that seems a little... But then later in the film, you're like, oh, that's why they didn't go too much into that, because of that other thing. So there'll be one or two things which might stick out to you, like physics-wise or something, or just within... It seemed like it strays from the reality of the film,
right?
Of that world, and you're just like, why? That seems a little mild. Again, this is just... I'm looking for something wrong.
Right.
You're like, wow, why? Well, that's an odd choice when everything else has been so real and going. But then when you get towards later in the film, you're like, okay, fuck. Oh, that's fucked up. Oh, fuck. So there's lots of that. It's a 3-hour movie. You will not feel...
I heard it was long.
You will not feel fatigued at all by this.
Good.
It's a perfectly balanced film in that regard. You will not be fatigued. You're not like, oh my God, when will this end, sort of thing. It builds up to a wonderful climax, and then it has its sort of, where, okay, everything's getting tied up here at the very end, and it sort of ends in a perfect way. And there's
only one way that, from the trailers I saw, pretty much only one way that movie's going to end, and it ain't going to be happy.
You may be surprised, because I was completely surprised, because you think things are going in one direction, and then you think things are going in one direction in the movie, then you're like, no, there's hope, and then you're like, oh my God, there's no hope. But then it ends, and things are like, huh.
As long as the top isn't still spinning, we'll be all right.
There's a lot of no fucking none of that shit. There's a lot of human drama in it, about the psychology of people having to deal with space travel, about having to deal with relativity, and the effect gravity can have on time, and how that can affect space.
That's a big thing about it, is the time dilation thing,
dude.
Which is a real thing.
Yes, and they, wow, whoa.
Which is why I like a lot of Nolan's movies, because they're smart.
Yeah,
forces you to think about stuff.
I appreciate his work. I really do, and I think this is a movie which, even if you don't know too much about physics, I still think, unless you are absolutely retarded, you will understand basically what's happening. They don't spoon feed it to you, but it naturally in the film, you understand what's happening. you don't have to have like a PhD or a amateurist interest in physics or quantum theory or relativity to grasp what's going
physics.
on. Yeah, I know, it's fun. It's sexy. Oh
Sure,
yeah.
chicks dig
Oh,
it.
that's it. Oh, look at the spin. Get your
Now,
spin.
what did you see it in like regular old movie theater?
Yeah, I saw it a regular. I saw it actually as soon as you were like, dude, I got a golf ball started sticking in my face, and I was like, oh man, that sucks. Well, I'll watch Walking Dead. So I watched Walking Dead with my my oldest daughter, and then I was like, well, maybe I'll play some Rift or something, and then I went to I was like, maybe make a sandwich or something, and I turned around and she was going to bed 'cause she was tired. I was like, oh yeah, it's a school night. It's not Saturday. I'm like, wait, she's going to bed. I wonder if there's anything playing. So I went over to the computer and it's like 10:15 show. It's 10 o'clock. I'm like, fuck, I'm going. I was wearing pajamas. I just put on a fucking coat, sneakers, and said, fuck it, grab my shit. Let's go. So I just saw there was like probably like me and like 6 other people in there. And there was definitely some sniffles in there of emotions happening. It's a movie that makes you want to care about the people that are in it. And,
That's a rare thing nowadays.
yeah. And it's they don't go for tropes.
Nice.
They don't go for any of that. It's surprise. There's surprises in it, but not like bad Shyamalan surprises.
Right, I was gonna say the Shyamalan.
Yeah, where it's just so ludicrous that of course I'm surprised by it because it's just
Yes, I actually wasn't expecting the 3-legged monkey spider alien.
yeah,
You're
it's
right.
just so disjointed and off-putting that I can't appreciate this and jarring. No, everything is you slide right into this fucking film.
Yeah, I'm planning on seeing it in the old IMAX theater.
Oh yeah, totally. Especially with a lot of the a lot of the space scenes he does, and oh wow, and he does the thing where it's in space it's always they always have explosions, and you're like, oh no, it's very
That's the soundtrack.
it's very quiet in the vacuum of space.
Oddly enough,
Yeah.
being as it is.
And the soundtrack is used expertly to when something drastic or dramatic happens. And the soundtrack makes up for the lack of fucking explosive sounds and stuff because it is billed. It's very exciting in it. Matt Damon's in it. I did not know Matt Damon was in
Really?
it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Somebody made a comment. It was like, saw Interstellar. All I'm gonna say is Matt Damon's a dick.
Yeah. Oh, he's a fuck yeah. I can't give away anything. But yeah, you'll be like,
right.
oh shit, it's Matt Damon. Oh, he's nice, Matt Damon. Oh, fuck you, Matt Damon. So enjoy that. The ending was satisfactory. In that, I don't mean like great, good, satisfactory. No, I mean it satisfies the story.
It fit with everything.
It's a conclusion, and you feel
He didn't leave the top spinning.
no, there's no top spinning. Everything's good. Your questions are mostly answered, and it's an emotional roller coaster. Oh, Pete, god damn, fuck, Spock. But I mean, there's 2 major things I get feels about. One, obviously, the dad-daughter thing.
Yep.
That's a big thing, and the other thing is how it seems like as a society and just as a species almost, we've stopped looking up.
Yeah.
This is the part that actually got me misty-eyed watching the trailers of it because you hear the lead character talking about we used to look up to the stars and now we look down into the dirt, and we used to dream and do things and stuff like that, and it really touches on that abandoning the stars and the price of that of our species. And there was a Carl Sagan quote. I'm going to paraphrase it here because I'm not that cool to know it completely verbatim. But he was talking about it was a discussion about there being alien life forms out there and other civilizations, and about how the numbers just make it a reasonable chance that yes, there's going to be all these sorts of different civilizations out there. And so one of his quotes was, because they were talking about the necessity of a space program and getting off the Earth and exploring and how important that is.
Yeah.
And he says, I'm sure that the universe, even our own galaxy, is littered with dead civilizations, which cities and everything, which will stand as tombstones to the species who did not make space travel a priority because, things happen. Shit crashes into your planet.
Right.
You use up your resources, that's just the nature of the fucking universe. So you need to get the fuck out there. And they sort of talked about that issues. It's definitely science fiction with human drama in it.
Okay.
Expertly woven.
Sounds good.
Expertly woven together. Expertly woven together. There's no clunkiness about it. It's not like an Armageddon ramming the hokey tropes in your face.
Just, coming up with some shit because summer movie.
Yeah, but it's not so sci-fi and detail-laden and technical like the Europa Report, where you would, like a guy like me, Pete, we'd love it.
Right.
You know, we'd love it, but
so we know what we're looking at.
yeah, but it might not connect emotionally, and it didn't necessarily connect emotionally. Europa Report didn't connect emotionally with me that much, except in just I'm very emotional about science and exploration, obviously.
That
But
much is exciting.
The characters, you don't, oh, they died, that's terrible. All that information went with them. You're not like that person, and oh my gosh, I'm connected to them, you know. Nolan did it. He pulled it off. Bravo to you, sir. We need more films like that. Hopefully, it'll wake up another generation of people who'll start looking at the stars again.
Be
dude.
nice.
It would be very
Definitely
nice.
need it.
And that's Interstellar. That was my movie.
Nice.
Video games. I started playing Rift. So I'm playing Rift again.
Yeah. How's that? I forgot that was a thing.
Well, for the longest, they were like, so we can't accept your credit card for payment. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? You can't. You're fucking being stupid. And then, like, I finally got it to accept the credit card is like, because you can, like, have it remember it as a source of payment.
Yeah.
And then you can use it. And I finally got to accept it, and then it wouldn't use it.
That's weird.
Like, this is so gay. And then I said, well, let me try one more time. And it said, oh, no, everything's cool. I was like, oh, sweet.
Yeah.
So I'm like, now I can do all these other things, and this is great because, you know, it's free to play, but
Right.
it will take forever to do what you're doing. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm starting to really enjoy it. I'm getting back into the lore of things. It looks like they fixed a lot of the problems.
Oh, that's good.
They just had an expansion come out, so I'm like,
Yeah.
well, let me give it a shot. Fuck it. And
Alright.
yeah, so I'm starting to really enjoy it. I'm enjoying playing the. It's basically like a necromancer, which is.
One of the mage builds.
Yeah. And I'm trying to like go as much into death and evilness and warlockiness as possible, straight
Cool.
that way. And so far, so good. It's I'm really enjoying it. It's a very pretty game.
Yeah.
It's got its own art style.
It does look good. Yeah. And when I played, I was in the beta for that and played
Oh,
it
yeah,
when
me
it
too.
first came out. But my machine couldn't really handle it, so it was kind of floaty and a little meh. But recently-ish, couple before I started playing Final Fantasy 14, I was playing Rift again for a little bit, and with the proper machine, it's a lot better.
Oh yeah. And I'm just enjoying the gameplay. And I'm in a guild now, so it's
Yeah.
like there's
Oh, that's
people
cool.
to talk to and shit.
Yeah, unfortunately, when I tried to get back into it, I was fresh off a WoW. It had it was just like done with it and went, ugh, I forgot this is exactly the same thing, except there's like, it's harder to min-max, so F this noise.
Yeah, it's definitely more challenging. It's not like WoW's got that balance of challenge but easiness as well.
Yeah, they went and simplified all the class roles and stuff, so
Yeah.
it's like, pick what you want to do and then pick how you want to do it, and here's the best way. Go
Yeah.
ahead and do it. Don't worry about that so much. Just learn how to play your class.
Yeah, which I appreciate because it's WoW and it'll always
Yeah.
have my heart. You know, they get their shit off, but Rift still has that MMO challengey feel to it because you have to really think about what you're doing with your stuff and what your roles are going to be. And,
Yeah.
yeah, I kind of dig it so far, and I'm liking the necromancer thing, so I'm going to roll with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
Let's see. SWOTR, enjoying the SWOTR. They've got their X-Pack coming out soon.
I read a
December
thing,
13th, I
yeah.
think. Revan is coming back.
Yeah, I saw like a quick ad on a Twitch channel. It was just like, Rebel Alliance and Empire, we have to work together. And I was like, oh, here we go.
Yeah. Well, because, Revan's just like, I'm going to have to destroy all of you.
Right.
Infinite fucking empire, infinite army, because he just cranks them out because he had the fucking, the Foundry, I think it was called, where you could just make starships and droids
That sounds right.
and all kinds of shit from the original Knights of the Old Republic.
Yep.
And, you end up finding the foundry, and and the Emperor had kept him captive, and was kind of torturing his mind to see to see the future, because Revan would get these visions, if you recall, from Knights of the Republic. So it would capture him and torture him and stuff like that. And the reason the Empire kicked so much ass, even getting to Coruscant and like to raiding the Jedi Temple and fucking collapsing it and shit and fucking kicking ass, but suddenly stopped and went for a ceasefire and a treaty, was because Revan said, "No, don't. If you will be destroyed if you take it beyond this point." And so that's why the Emperor stopped, and they signed the Treaty of Coruscant, was because of what Revan said. And then Revan's just like, you have me to thank. And then, so Republic characters are like, well, thanks. Can't we work together? And he's like, no, because everything has to be destroyed now. You're like, you're kind of crazy, aren't you? So he's coming back and kicking ass. So level expansion, going up to 60 now, I think. Yeah. Lots of new features and stuff, so I'm enjoying that. Cool. Enjoying that a lot. And then, of course, Pete, the WoW.
Yep.
There is a documentary called Looking for Group. I have to admit, I started watching the first 5 minutes of it, and then I cleared space in my schedule and watched the rest of the hour or whatever the fuck it was. Loved every minute of it.
Yeah, I was like, I know all of this, but Chris Metzen just gets you pumped up whenever he talks.
He does.
He's just got that way, the voice and his attitude about the Blizzard.
Yeah, and he cares so much about it. He is us. He is. The
whole team is our fans.
Yeah, they're so pumped up about us. And there was a lot about early WoW I didn't know, because I've always been fascinated by it. I've been playing since fucking vanilla. Pete, you got me into it. I don't know how long you were playing before me, but
a couple weeks maybe.
Yeah, I think you were
Ed got me into it, and he played from day one, and we joined like 2 months after, or something like that.
And so we've been playing pretty much from the sway back.
Nearest makes no difference from launch.
Yeah, and there was so many different stories about why things were the way they were, and they answer
a lot of the stuff they were talking about. I remember when all that shit went
down.
Yeah,
that was
like,
so exciting.
Oh, the nostalgia feels in this movie video thing.
And they're talking about like
the Encourage opening and all that.
Yeah, I was so excited by that. I was like,
we all had to work that day, but I remember hearing stories about the servers were all crashed and everything.
Yeah. Oh, that was so cool. And when they talk about Silithus, there's like this big zone with like nothing in it, and we're like, and I remember going out there like, here's this well-defined zone. It's got all this stuff in it, but there's no quests, no fucking nothing happening. I don't understand this big dead place. There was like, I think 1 or 2 quests like right at the or at flight point.
Right to get to, like at the Cenarian outpost right there.
No, it was even before the Cenarian outpost. It was right at the entrance to the zone where Ngoro.
Right.
Yeah, there was that one.
There's like 2 things you could do.
Yeah, and that's it. And I'm like, what? There's this whole zone. Look at this. What's with this temple? And you couldn't fly back then. It's like, what's with that weird elvish looking with the bees flying around it? And there's all these weird bugs. And that's part of something, because you notice all the way back in Daenerys, the insects are kind of coming up from underground. You're like, this is a big deal. What's going on? And then when they had the Encourage fucking thing bust open, and you're like, oh, now I get it. This is wow. What?
Then they added in all that good stuff down there.
And this
1.9, man, that was a long time ago.
The way the different things, and when they talked about the different expansions and the thought behind them and stuff, and the excitement of fucking Uldum opening up the zone there.
That was cool.
And how there was always that door there that we would always look at in Daenerys, in southern Daenerys, and we're like, wow, what is that? And it's kind of old gods
space on the map.
Yeah, and you're like, what the fucking
down there? God
damn it! And you hear about the old ones, and then when that finally opened, how exciting that was. You're like, I get to go in there. It's like, oh, this is kind of. And then they still don't like the queefiness of the goblin thing. A little too much. Corny, a little too much corny humor. That's what did me. And I don't mind some corny humor. I think that's great, but I think it went a little overboard in it. I don't know.
The whole panda thing, I think too, was just a little bit like.
I was very anti-panda at first. Before Pandaria came out, I'm like, dude, come on, fucking.
Yeah,
Kung
once
Fu
it actually
Panda.
launched, like if you ignored the pandas, it was just like the artwork.
Yeah, well,
the zones and everything was awesome. There was a lot of fun fights, and that was cool. But
I liked what it was. It was this. it was a step away away from the old world and the constant battling and stuff, and because it wasn't like there was like no really old gods or anything, and there was no real Arthas or anything. It was there's this mystical land.
Yeah. And
where anger or the desire for revenge or greed could manifest itself in the form of shahs and stuff like that, and the whole Oriental-ish culture-y thing and stuff. I think Pandaria was a million times more serious than the goblin shit.
Yeah, that was kind of jank ball.
I actually, once I started playing it, I actually really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I love the zone. I love the look of it. I was sold on the Pandera thing. I was like, no. And they pulled it off with the fucking Pandarans. They were badass looking enough, some of them. And, I was like, I can dig this. But when Warlords of Draenor was announced, and I'm hearing stories about what it might be, and I'm like, I was like, what is this? And I've always talked about it before, and I think I've even talked about it on the show. We're talking about Al-Qadun. And a lot of how it's all broken down. You're like, I wonder what that was like, And it's before Draenor before it blew a fuck apart and shit. What was that like? What was there? And you wonder about what was this place like, and you see Shatrath. What was it like in its glory? And you hear the stories and the lore, because I always love the lore about everything. What was that like? And then when they when the trailer comes out for the expac and it says 35 years ago, and you're like, oh shit!
Yep, they finally
and
did
fucking
the time
hell
travel
screams there, and I'm like, fucking hell! I'm like, oh, fuck, it's Gul'dan. And what's Gul'dan? I'm like, yeah, that's fucking Gul'dan. I'm getting all hype, and then he just, 'cause that's when he's supposed to drink the demon blood,
right.
And that's when the orcs, now that happens, and he just pours it out. And I'm like, wait a fucking minute.
Yeah, that was like,
wait a minute, hold up. That's some like alternative timeline shit happening here. What is going on? And then you hear the demon in the background. And then you see fucking Gul'dan like, I've never seen it before. An orc look afraid.
Yeah, especially Gul'dan too.
Yeah, Gul'dan's always been evil fuck.
Right.
And he's just like, oh shit. And you're like, oh fuck.
That's a Magtheridon.
Yeah, and he comes out and he's like, you would deny this gift. And then Hellscream, the look on his face, the expression they had, their CGI is fucking banging in this.
Yeah, Blur Studios does amazing things.
I can't wait for the movie to come out, because you get pulled right in emotionally. And the look on his face was just like, who the fuck is this motherfucking nigga? No, hold up. And he turns around, and instead of being like, oh, he's like, no, fuck you, I'm Hellscream, bitch. And he gets into a fighting stance. You're like, you just realize how badass those orc heroes were. And I just love that whole fucking moment where he's like, did you bring these mongrels here to watch you die? And he gets this kind of look where he sort of cocks an eyebrow and he inclines his head just a little bit, and you see the fucking the catapults fucking fired and shit
coming at him.
And then you see
Garrosh,
who's kind of like a dickhead, but you get to see his character just like being kind of like a good guy sort of thing, because he's younger,
No. See, that's not it. That is today's Garrosh. What happened was, after the Pandaria thing, right, where he gets all batshit crazy and they capture him.
Yeah. I remember that. I've never seen the end.
I must have fallen asleep when this happened, because he's supposed to stand trial in Pandaria. Well, he escapes, goes back in time
to change things,
and that's why they don't drink the blood, because Garrosh is like, hey, by the way, me here and Doc Brown here, totally from the future, y'all become slaves. That's not cool, so let's skip all that and fuck all their shit up,
dude.
That's why that's why they build the bigger, more badass dark portal.
So Garrosh
goes back in time to
make things right, though. So it's
not exactly,
well, make things right for his people,
sorta,
in a way. Well, no, because he still wants them to be conquerors. In a way,
yeah. I mean, he definitely, he does. But he wants like the old Iron Horde. Like that's why the Iron Horde, because they're doing that.
They're doing that thing.
Instead of
wow! I just got more hype for this shit.
Yeah. Oh, the way they set it up was really cool. And I don't know where the fuck I was when that went down.
No, me either.
That's because I heard.
I thought that was young Garrosh or something.
BlizzCon just happened, and everybody was talking about it, and I was like, oh, so he went back in time?
Because I know he got captured, and I know he had, there was, the Pandarans were like, no, he fucked up. He tripped big time in our place. We're going to hold trial.
See what he did to this city over here?
And I know they had a book come out of fiction about the lore about that trial.
That's what it was. That must have been where it was. It was in the extended universe.
And I was like, well, I'm going to check that out.
Yeah. During that, he escapes and goes back in time and sets this whole expansion up.
Dude, that is so awesome. Oh my God. So that's so fucking cool. And he saves fucking Hellscream. You're just like, wow, this is so fucking cool. And just that one thing where Gul'dan, he like fucking, he doesn't kill him. He doesn't kill Gul'dan. He could have
I've seen what happens to them too.
Because he just sort of like pushes him back. He's like, up. He's just like, this is not what was, and he's like, times change.
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh shit, I knew that was him. I knew I recognized it. No! I was like, oh shit, what's he doing? What? Oh shit. And fucking Hellscream's like, we will never be slaves. And he's like, wow, he's serious about this shit. But we will be conquerors.
Yeah, because when I watched the thing, I was like, how does he know? Why does he know about the slave things? Like, It's like he's not supposed to know that. And then I found out later it's because
that is so hype. That's a you motherfucker. Oh, Blizzard, I'm so fucking hype right now. You motherfuckers.
Those bitches know how to get.
Because that's why I stopped playing the beta because I was like, I don't want to get too much into the lore because the story is exciting.
Because the whole thing is they're supposed to be stopping the Iron Horde and setting the timeline right.
Yeah, and it's somehow.
Which is weird because in the first opening bits, you got to go free Gul'dan and free Meg-Theridon, and it's just like, aren't these all raid bosses later? Like, why are we helping these? Why are we helping the Shadow Council? Like, that's bad in Bojo, I thought.
Yeah, and it's just, and I'm like, wow, this is. I wonder how they're gonna make this work. But that's fucking cool.
The opening quest line is super awesome.
It's so fucking. Oh, I'm so.
That's what sold me. I was like, shit. I'm watching a thing on the fucking beta, and it's
because there's reasons, and and it was something where I believe there was an interview with Chris Metzen on The Instance. He did a podcast. The whole episode is just an interview over the phone with him with Chris Metzen.
Yeah,
and they wax philosophical about video games and everything, and about the lore and stuff, and then they start talking about Warlords of Draenor, and he says, when we showed the trailer to the whole thing, everybody got so excited, and they're all like, "Oh wow, it's so great to get to go back to our world and stuff." And he realized, Pandaria was great. It was great, but this is our story. This takes us back to where we connected with these guys all the way back to
Warcraft 1.
Yeah. So it got us so energized, and it really did, dude. I'm fucking psyched up on so many different levels. I'm psyched up about what the movie's gonna have now because the graphics in the trailer are just fantastic.
Movie's live action. From what everybody was saying.
Yeah, but
there's a lot of CG in it, but
yeah. I was worried that they were going to be able to.
They did like they did some footage, showed some footage, and at the panel at BlizzCon, and pretty much unanimously, everybody was like, "Yeah, it's going to be badass."
Because my concern was there's a lot of creatures, characters, etc.
It's a very specific art style.
Can only exist.
Yeah.
In a CGI world. That's the only way it's going to work. Yeah. So I know it was live action. So I'm like, how are they going to marry this together? Will it look good? Will they be expressive? Will you buy that character? And just looking at the CGI in this thing, I mean, droplets of sweat and fucking Garrosh, even Garrosh, it looks like it's a real thing. They really nailed it in the emotions. You can see the emotions in them, even in their eyes, just down to the creases and just these subtle little details which sell the emotional life of this character, which you got to have in a movie or else it's just going to be corny. It's going to be Jar Jar fucking Binks. Exactly. You know what I mean? And I was like worried, but a lot of my worries got put to rest. And I got totally re-energized. So I'm looking forward to hopefully.
They're all working pretty closely together.
With my next paycheck, anyway, once that clears, being able to upgrade and get into that.
Yeah, I'm going to be about a week behind on all that just because moving happens right when it launches. So.
Oh, wow, yeah. So that's some pretty exciting stuff there, Blizzard.
Yep.
Big ups to you.
And Overwatch looks awesome.
Oh, yeah, I got to see that. And if you're watching it and you're looking at it, you'll be like, just watch the whole fucking thing. Just watch the whole fucking thing. Because the first, maybe...
I haven't even seen the actual trailer. All I saw was the, 5-minute gameplay thing.
The first 30 seconds of it, I'm just like, what
kind of queefy Pixar bullshit is this?
Well, a little bit, yeah. I was like, well, this is kind of cutesy and stuff. I don't know. It's not going to sell me, though, because, how are they going to... But by the time you get to the end of it, you're like, I want to see more of this world. I want to see more of this shit. This is fucking cool as hell. So I'm excited about Overwatch. I have to admit, I'm excited about that.
But I got to agree with everybody else that I to pay attention to on the internet. It's a stupid fucking name.
Oh yeah,
It's so generic.
Well, I think like the Overwatch was the name of the
group
Defender
of
group or
heroes
whatever.
from
Yeah,
100
yeah.
years ago. Yeah. But still, it's like it's one of those things. I think. So I was watching the Co-optional podcast today. I think Total Biscuit said it best. Like, I'm surprised it wasn't already taken.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it was clever in the trailer. When you watch the trailer, and there's a big, they're talking about, it almost seems like the old war propaganda films from World War II,
Yeah.
except obviously modern because there's lasers and shit. But
Right.
talk about these people fighting for freedom, blah, 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 and you're watching it. And then you realize that it's actually a promotional film in a museum where they're talking about what they did and stuff. And there's this it looks like maybe a 14-year-old kid and his younger brother who's like,
Yep.
whoa, his younger brother's like, wow, I can't believe it. Wow, he's incredible. And he's like wide-eyed and looking at this shit. And the 14-year-old older brother's just like, whatever, who gives a shit. What? So I was started identifying with the 14-year-old because I'm like,
Yeah,
it's all a little
this is-
creepy.
What's up with all these bright colors, Blizzard?
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, a little too fucking clean and pure. But then, I guess some of the bad guys break in to steal the glove that was on display, the badass glove.
Yeah.
I just call it bad. I don't remember what the fuck it was called.
Like I said, I haven't actually seen the trailer. I just watched the gameplay.
And then there's all this fighting and stuff, and they're great writing in the quips between the characters, the good guys and the bad guys. Shit's happening, and I'm just like, oh wow. And then by the time you get to the end of it, the 14-year-old and the kid are just goggle, like, whoa.
What I thought was funny is that at one point, while they're all fighting, camera switches to the security room, and the guard's facing away from the camera playing Hearthstone on his
and all
iPad
this
thing.
fucking shit's going on. I would laugh my ass off for that. I was like, Blizzard, you motherfuckers, you made Pixar cool, you motherfuckers. How'd you do that shit?
Yeah, because for a lot of what I heard too, there's very little Blizzard references in the Overwatch universe.
No, this
It's
is a
just
whole new bag.
Yeah,
thing.
they're just guards playing Hearthstone. Okay, in the one sort of Asian looking map, there's a Murloc at a ramen stand, but other than that, it's its own.
Yeah, this is
IP.
its own.
And what's really interesting is that this is what they did with the Project Titan assets.
Oh, they just
Since they canceled Project Titan because it was just this is way too ambitious of an MMO.
Yeah, this ain't
We
gonna
don't
work.
have the money for this. It's not coming out the way we want it. So they cared. So we got Overwatch out of it,
Yeah.
which is playable.
Yeah,
Beta's coming out next month?
Yeah.
January, something
Yeah.
like that. It's right around the corner already.
Well, Blizzard did their Blizzard thing, and it's nice to know they still do that, where they're just yes, shareholders, we know you're
This
where the fuck's
idea
our money
kind of
coming from?
sucks, but
we thought it would be good,
got
but
a
we're
better
not
one.
we're not jazzed about it. And if we're not jazzed about it, it ain't gonna be Blizzard.
Yeah.
We have to love it, or they're not gonna fucking love it, because that's why they love us, because we're pumped up about it. And I appreciate that. A lot of people are like, this is bullshit. We're waiting for Titan to do it. It's like, you don't even know what the fuck you're waiting for, first of all.
Yeah.
Second of all, you need to be happy that they're not going to put shit out.
Right. 'Cause
Unless
the
it's
other
fucking
thing
awesome.
is with any naysayers about Overwatch right now, it's remember when they announced Hearthstone and how dumb we thought that was going to be?
Yeah. And how fucking awesome it is.
And how it's the most watched thing on twitch.tv constantly.
Remember when Pandora, they're talking about that, and we're all like, oh, Kung Fu
looked
Panda, this is
creepy,
fucking stupid Panda. I was one of them. I think my exact words were, did Chris Metzen slip and fall in the fucking shower and nobody took him to a fucking hospital? Is he off his fucking meds?
Yeah, I was the one that had to defend that. I was like, no, trust me, it's Blizzard. It'll be cool.
I'm like, because with the Goblin thing, things got goofy with that, and I'm just like, no, they're going
Goblin
Full
because
Metal
it looked too
Goofy
dumb.
here.
Yeah.
But no, they pulled it off. Blizzard,
They're good at what they do.
Blizzard, we heart you. We're still going to be critical when the situation calls for it. But
yeah.
I got to admit, dude, they pull it off.
I'm still bad at StarCraft, and I didn't get sucked into Heroes of the Storm.
I still
much.
play that from time to time.
But that's just because I don't have anybody to play with, and doing it solo kind of blows.
Dude, I still like the fucking solo thing. See, the problem is though, I got kind of far in the alpha and then the beta, And then like they're like, okay, reset.
Yeah.
And I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa.
There's still some like mechanical things that are stuff that are things that I don't like about that whole MOBA scene, like that leveling to get your skills and all that kind of stuff is kind of bullshit. So once they casual it up a little bit more, then I'll probably start playing it again.
I was like, what, dude? Because you have to unlock characters,
right?
and stuff,
Exactly.
Which I was doing, and I'm like, oh, I really dig this. And now I'm like back to like 4 characters. I'm like, oh, do I want to go through all that again though? I don't know. But
That's the other thing. It's still technically technical alpha, so
no, it's full on release now. It's full.
It's
on.
not out. It's barely in beta.
Dude, no, it's full on released. I don't have a beta. I play like a regular version, little icon there and everything. I'm all reset. I swear to God.
I know the reset just happened, but that was like the reset from alpha into beta. It's not officially out yet.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
You might be. That might be right. I don't know. I know it doesn't.
Attention.
It doesn't say alpha. Or,
That's the thing.
totally wasn't.
Technical alpha looked like a finished product too.
Yeah.
Because Blizzard does that. It's like, here's a thing. We're still testing it.
Yeah,
sure, it looks finished, but we promise you it's not.
Well, that was the one thing about the Warlords of Draenor. When I got into the alpha and I got the alpha key, it was alpha. It was way alpha. Like stuff was like solid green and some shit.
Yeah, well,
Which I found out why that is from watching the Looking for Group thing. I was like,
yep.
that's why I got so excited. You should have seen me. I was fucking fanboying out like an idiot. But oh wow, yeah, wow. Then it wow.
Yeah, Here's the Storm is not officially released yet.
Oh,
sorry, I didn't mean to burst your.
You totally bursted my bubble.
On that one.
I guess that means it'll be even more awesome when it totally comes out. I guess.
I hope so.
I don't know. I'm still enjoying it.
Yeah, it's not saying it's. I'm not saying it's bad or anything.
I would say it pulled the wool over my eyes. It was so
officially-
good, but I'm not very observant sometimes. I'll go full on and admit that right here. And sometimes there's some shit where I just sit back and I go, "Oh, Carl, why, Carl? How did you not know that?
Yeah.
Damn it!
Fuck. Sure, we've all done that. I've done that a bajillion times.
Yeah. Well, that's our mixed media review. But let me jump in. I think we'll jump into. I'm going to give our new segment here, our new mini segment. It's kind of a quickie. I want to give it a try because there's a wealth of material out there.
Yeah.
But I just picked some stuff because I wanted to see how this would work.
Okay.
Like I do sometimes. Some of our segments work out. We're like, oh, we got to revisit that. Sometimes we revamp it, and sometimes we're like, that was cute.
Yep. That was fun, but probably not going to do that again.
Yeah. But this might be good. I don't know. This might be good. I might change it to like when I know might be better for multiple players kind of thing. I don't know. But let's give it a shot.
All right. Yeah. Let's see what we got.
All right, Pete. I'm going to read you how this works is.
Yeah.
There's 3 categories: Republican, Democrat, or crazy. Now,
yes.
We stay away from politics, regardless of our own inclinations, because
that's just a totally different show.
Yeah, and it's totally divisive and it splits people up,
right?
And stuff like so.
That and Carl will go on like hour-and-a-half long tangents
about how they all suck. But and that can be made funny, but that's not really what we do here.
Right.
We're an escape from all that shit. But this is more attacking specifically stupid things that specific people that are voted into office. Oh my God, some of the shit I read was just unbelievable. That hold positions of power and prestige in our country. That they say that are just baffling that anyone this dumb could have power.
Can actually have power to make decisions that matter.
It's a real Mark Twain moment where you're like, I can't tell if they're really, really clever people having us on that they're dumb or if they're actual fucking idiots. Don't know. So Pete's going to have to guess whether this quote is by a Republican, a Democrat, or a genuinely fucking crazy person. Like a Charlie Manson, Ted Bundy lunatic. A shit-fligging fucking maniac.
All right. Bedwetting communist.
Yeah, so I'm just going to jump back and forth, and
I will do my best.
And we'll see how this works. Okay. Our first quote here, Pete, is...
Yes.
America has to import so many workers because for the last 35 years, we have aborted more than 1 million people who have been in our who would have been in our workforce. Obviously an anti-abortion thing.
Yeah.
So,
but the first part of that, oh shit, that could go either way.
Yeah, see what I mean?
What
Republican, Democrat, or crazy. Because they're tricky.
I have a feeling that crazy could answer all of these.
Oh, yeah, I guess. Okay, Republican, Democrat, or never voted into office crazy. How about that?
Okay,
Pete?
that sounds like a plan.
Straight up cray-cray.
Because I got to go Republican on that one.
Okay, that was an easy one. You are correct.
All right, yeah, just because the root of the message is an anti-abortion.
Yeah, that was
thing.
Mike Huckabee, Republican.
Yeah.
It was like a governor for a while, and maybe he has his own show now.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
They just give a show to anybody these days. Good grief.
It's like, wow, your jaw drops. You're like, wow, what the fuck? What? All right, our next one here. I would not say that the future is necessarily less predictable than the past. I think the past was not predictable when it started. Republican, Democrat, or cray-cray?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's awfully hard.
See, we might have something here.
I don't see, but what's so funny is that so fucked up, I don't think a genuinely crazy person would have said it.
Oh, see what I mean? But you can't ascribe it to a particular viewpoint. Some of them are like that.
Yeah, fuck it. Democrat on that one.
You're wrong. That was Donald Rumsfeld. Oh, Christ.
Yeah. That one ascribed to no particular political bent. It was just plain stupid.
Holy shit. Okay. Which Jesus? There's all kinds of Jesuses. There's a black Jesus down in Florida. He's having a good time. There's a Mexican Jesus down in Mexico. I mean, there's all kinds of Jesuses. There's a Jewish Jesus. I mean, Jesus, all kinds of Jesuses coming back everywhere, and nothing can stop it.
I think that one's
Republican, Democrat, or
never
cray-cray.
been in office crazy person.
You are correct. That's Charlie Manson. But if I would have stopped at
Because that
midway,
makes too much fucking sense.
if I would have stopped at midway, it could have been Republican. I don't know.
I don't think so because that's too strong of an actual religious opinion.
You're right. He's actually committing to something.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's definitely sure there's more than one Jesus.
How fucked up is it?
A Republican could neither confirm nor deny the number of Jesuses.
Charles Manson so far has made the most salient point. Ladies and gentlemen, there you go.
That's our political system.
And as far as we know, has not been elected in any office yet.
So far as I am aware.
Charles Manson for president, ladies and gentlemen. At least you know where he stands. Oh my God. Yeah, I think this might be a keeper for a multiplayer. This might be a keeper. We might have to do like half a show about this. Because, dude, there's so much shit.
It's brilliant.
All right.
Because we could do the same type of idea for all different flavors of stuff.
Next one. I know the human being and fish can coexist peacefully.
I hope there's more to
Republican, Democrat,
that
or
was it?
crazy?
What the fuck? Sticking Democrat on that one because they're talking about coexisting peacefully.
Nope, you're wrong.
God damn it.
That was George Bush. The senior, I believe. Okay.
All right.
President Washington, President Lincoln, President Wilson, President Roosevelt have all authorized electronic surveillance on a far broader scale. Republican, Democrat are crazy.
Republican crazy.
Nope. That's Attorney General Alberto Gonzales. See, tricky, huh?
I'm bad at this.
Well, no, at least you know it wasn't straight up cray-cray.
No, it wasn't straight up cray-cray.
Okay, all right. Let's flip around in here. I like to mix it up some, Republican, Democrat, etc. Because I didn't know how I wanted to set this up, so I just sort of just put them on there as I got them.
Gotcha.
All right, let's see. Oh, my words. Wow. The seed grows up from the ground. Everything that starts to grow grows up.
Okay.
You go down into the earth to plant something. You plant these seeds, and this garden grows. It's the same thing in the garden of the mind. Republican, Democrat, or cray-cray?
Let's see. It tends to make sense. I'm going some type of serial killer.
You're correct, Pete. That, again, was Charles Manson. There's just so much Charles Manson out there.
That's true. He was in the public eye for quite some time.
I think he will be until he's pretty much dead.
Probably.
Okay. Life is indeed precious, and I believe the death penalty helps affirm this fact. Republican, Democrat, or cray-cray?
That's a very Republican thing to say.
That is correct. Former
Yes.
New York City Mayor Edward Koch from the Koch brothers.
Democrats not a fan of the death penalty. No matter how reaffirming of how precious life is,
Yes,
it
it
may
doesn't
not
matter.
be.
Okay. Christians must engage in spiritual warfare to combat same-sex marriage. Republican, Democrat, or cray-cray?
Westboro Baptist crazy.
It's tricky there because you got the Westboro Baptist crazy fuckers.
Yeah, they're not necessarily homicidal maniacs,
They're definitely in the Republican
but
base.
they're definitely Republicans.
That's where it gets tricky.
so-
But they're fucking
But they're
very
fucking nut
crazy.
jobs.
But there's been a lot of religious nut job killers out there too that have done some
that's-
awful
yeah,
shit.
that is very true.
It's a toughie.
Yeah,
Republican, Democrat, or cray cray? Straight up motherfucking cray cray.
I'm gonna go cray cray again on that one.
That is accurate, but not correct.
Dicks. So like Sarah Palin or something.
No, Michelle Bachmann.
I was
Everyone's favorite
close.
Republican from Minnesota. Her and Charlie Manson had a kid, it would just be going. All right. Next up, what I don't know is what the unexpected might be. Republican, Democrat, or cray cray?
Well, it is not a serial killer. They know when to expect the unexpected, very much like the Spanish Inquisition. What was it again?
It was what I don't know is what the unexpected might be.
Sounds like a democratic thing to say, so I'll go with that.
It's so convoluted, it's almost wise. but no, you are incorrect.
Damn it.
That's John McCain, Republican.
Oh, yeah, no. I mean, he's not wrong.
Now,
I don't think.
Yeah, another thing I tried to avoid in this were like gaffes. Because like George Bush Jr. had a lot of gaffes.
Yeah.
Where it's obvious he just made a mistake in what he said. And so you're just like, no. It's the firmly held beliefs that are espoused. Those are the ones I fucking love. Because I'm like, no, you believe that shit's jangling around your fucking head, you nutbag.
Yeah. It's stuff where they attempt to make sense in that sort of way where they don't know how to speak because their writers weren't present.
Yes, exactly.
So it just comes out completely wrong.
All right. You can always follow me on Twitter. Tweeter. Republican, Democrat.
None of them know how to use the internet. See, so we can rule out serial killers again.
Oh, that's what you think.
No, I'm pretty sure we can rule out serial killers on the tweeters.
Yeah, probably you're
They'd
right.
they'd use Instagram.
They'd probably be caught pretty damn fucking quickly if they
Yeah.
were tweeting about their murders. Although, if they're technically savvy enough, they could have some kind of Twitter account and baffle the police. Ooh, wow. Crime, drama, novel, thingy. Okay. Republican, Democrat, or crazy.
There's what was that movie with that girl, that lady?
Oh, no, that one. Yeah, I know that one.
Yeah.
That is such a Carl thing to say.
Untraceable.
Untraceable. Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I think it was called Untraceable. Anyway, Democrat.
Again, you are incorrect. That was Rick Perry,
Ah.
who is an endless font of fucking crazy-ass fucking
Yeah.
Republican shit. Wait, you're just like, holy shit, I cannot believe. How the fuck do people elect this motherfucker?
Said when the writers aren't around, they say some dumb shit.
Okay, all right. What do we got here?
Stick it to the script is clearly the way to go.
Yes. I've got to start eating at home more. Republican,
Charlie Manson.
Democrat, or cray-cray? I take it you're going cray-cray?
Charlie Manson.
You're
it's
right.
funny.
You're right and wrong.
Damn it. It's cray cray,
It
but
is
not that
cray-cray,
particular
not Charlie
flavor.
Manson. That's Jeffrey Dahmer.
Ah. Party of Six.
Oh, yeah. All right. Hello from the gutters of New York City, which are filled with dog manure, vomit, stale wine, urine, and blood. Republican, Democrat, or crazy?
I'm going. I want to go crazy on that one.
You are correct. That was David Berkowitz, the son of Sam. Very good, very good. The blood's what
The
sold
blood
it.
kind of sold it, yeah. With that and the very newscast-esque type of hello from
Hello from fucking my crazy ass mind.
Yeah.
Okay. This one's just funny.
If there's anybody else who've been hello from Washington.
I think gay marriage is something that should be between a man and a woman. See, you're like, a Republican, Democrat are crazy.
Well,
There are anti-gay Democrats, and that's the tricky
true.
thing.
Because the other thing is, there's anti-gay Democrats, and
'Cause it's like
there are some
it's the
extremely
one thing people all across the world can seemingly get behind is fuck the faggots. It's so wrong. It's so awful. It's like the gay people literally do nothing. They don't even. You can't even be mad at them for getting all the good pussy because they're just in the.
They're leaving
You
it
should
lying
be
around for
cheering
us.
them on.
yes.
Damn it. I think gay marriage is something that should be between a man and a woman.
I'm pretty sure Republican on that one.
You are correct. That was Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
That hurt my heart because I do love my
The
own.
governor. Yeah.
I do love my governor. All right. Okay. I will tell you that I had a mother last night come up to me here in Tampa, Florida, after the debate. She told me that her little daughter took that vaccine, that injection, and she suffered from mental retardation thereafter.
Republican.
Wow, you nailed that one. That was so easy, but it's just so bafflingly dumb. That was our favorite, Michelle Bachmann, on the HPV vaccine.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, editor's note, it does not cause mental retardation.
No, that happened before that person who gave the quote started talking.
It's like, Mrs. Bachmann, is that what happened to you? Because
If that is your real name.
All right. All right. Outside of the killings, D.C. has become one of the lowest crime rates in the country. Has one of the lowest crime rates in the country, excuse me.
Yeah, if we just ignore all that murder.
Republican, Democrat.
Who would ignore murder the best? That's
Or
not
crazy.
a serial killer.
Do you think they wouldn't complain about the
yeah.
serial killing?
Business
They
is good.
themselves, it's their stock and trade. It'd be like, if someone who drove around an ice cream truck was like, outside of the ice cream trucks, the neighborhood's really great.
I'm going to go Republican on that one.
You would be incorrect. That's former mayor of Washington, D.C., crackhead, Marion Barry.
Yes. Not as much fun as Rob Ford.
No, not as much fun. The only thing they can get me for is running a funeral parlor without a license. Republican, Democrat, or straight up crazier to shithouse rat.
Going straight up crazy on that one.
You are correct. That was everyone's favorite psychotic clown murderer, John Wayne Gacy.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, he's the real OCP. He's the OG OCP. All right, let's see what we got here. I got a couple more fucking doozies. Like I said, some of these are kind of giveaways,
Yeah.
but they're just
I got to get some of them right.
they're just so fucking crazy. It is not enough to be abstinent with other people. You also have to be abstinent alone. The Bible says that lust in your heart is committing adultery.
Republican, but go on.
You can't masturbate without lust.
Says you.
Yes, that's everybody's favorite, Michelle Bachmann, advocating against masturbation. Obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, she's wrong, but then she's also right. You can't masturbate without lust. It's true. I've tried.
I mean,
I'm
it's
so
not as
hungry.
much fun,
Let me
but-
try jerking off. No, I'm still hungry. Now I'm messy and hungry. Damn it.
Shit.
Oh, my tooth is killing me. Jerk off, jerk off, jerk off. Nope, still not working. Tooth pain. Hey, I got a lot of lust laying around. Masturbate. That did the trick. Oh.
Solve that problem.
All right. Literally, if we took anything that starts with literally,
is about to be stupid as shit.
I am figuratively 99% of the people who use the phrase, the term literally aren't using it correctly.
Yeah.
All right, literally, if we took away the minimum wage, if conceivably it was gone, we could potentially, virtually, wipe out unemployment completely because we would be able to offer jobs at whatever level. Republican, Democrat, or crazy.
Creating jobs, getting rid of the minimum wage, using more adverbs than grammatically or humanly reasonable.
Yeah, totally over-adverbed.
Yeah. Adverbs. Yo, dog.
Yeah, that is, wow. That's the political equivalent of yo, dog. We hear you like adverbs. So we totally adverbed your adverbs, so you completely, totally your adverbs, your adverbs.
Totally adverbed your adverbs, bro. I don't know. Democrat? Why not? They just want to create jobs.
Before. It was, there's a meme. There's a meme where it says, yo, dog, and then like the bottom half of the meme is a dog somehow on a phone that just goes, yes, this is dog. I laughed so hard when I first
seen that.
Yeah, isn't that fucking crazy?
Yes.
Yes, this is dog. I don't know why that shit just tickles me pink. You are incorrect. It was Congresswoman and GOP presidential nominee, our favorite fountain of dumb, Michelle Bachmann.
Yeah. That was not as dumb as her usual dumb. That threw me off.
Yes.
That was only moderately stupid. She didn't go full fucking retard.
Not go full retard. She came virtually, potentially full retard.
She was literally right there.
It could literally conceivably have been full retard. Only if she got a vaccine, maybe she could have potentially literally been full retard.
Been really mentally retarded.
Jar Jar Binks would make a better senator than these people. Mise-en-scène, I host the goes.
Jar Jar for Senate, 2016.
Yo. Manson and Jar Jar, 2016, Republican Party. Because short of nominating a Scientologist, it can't get any worse than a Mormon.
Oh, shit.
Damn it. All right, okay. A couple more here. It had to do with Cuba and missiles, I'm pretty sure. Republican, Democrat, or crazy.
Wait, that was the quote? It had to do with Cuba and
That's
missiles?
it.
I'm
That's
pretty
all you
sure.
get.
What the fuck?
Or Valley Girl. That should be the fourth option.
Is this the review of one of the most recent X-Men movies?
Oh my God. Yeah, that could be it. All right.
Wait, one more time.
It had to do with Cuba and missiles, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, Jesus.
Because it's so bafflingly dumb, you're like, you can't be an elected official.
No, it could be a younger one. Mm-hmm. I'm sure plenty of people my age have no idea what the Cuban Missile Crisis was.
Oh, that's so sad.
Even though it was in that X-Men movie.
Yeah, and it's the Cuban Missile Crisis, for Pete's sake. It's as close to nuclear war that we came that is like a matter of public record, like on the books.
Yeah.
There was one or two instances where, like, I think when Reagan was shot, we lost the football, which is the suitcase with all the codes in it.
For those of you keeping score.
Yeah, and then there was like a big battle between the Speaker of the House and the Vice President, who takes over, because there was an amendment that said, no, you're not. But one guy was too old to remember that.
Right.
And he's like, when I went to school, it's like, yeah, they changed it since then, Grandpa. And the Russians are like, holy shit. All right, fucking fire up all our missiles and get them ready to go, because holy fuck. But yes, it had to do with Cuba and missiles, I'm pretty sure. Republican, Democrat, or cray-cray?
Democrat?
No, it's actually Republican. White House Press Secretary Dana Perino admitting she had never heard of the Cuban Missile Crisis.
Jesus.
Fuck.
I figured they'd have taught that in Republican school.
Or maybe like there might be a plaque in the White House of, hey, one of our presidents prevented the world from turning into a radioactive cinder. Kind of makes you think that maybe a president might be useful for something. Because if it wasn't for him, we totally would not no, none of this would be happening. You and I would be wisecracking over a barrel with fire. All right, we got. Let's do
radio.
Let's do 2 more here. That sounds delicious right now, by the way. A radio made of ham, I would totally eat it.
I would too. Yeah, it'd be the most delicious yet useless piece of technology.
All right. When the stock market crashed, Franklin D. Roosevelt got on the television and didn't just talk about the princes of greed. He said, "Look, here's what happened, people. Republican, Democrat, or crazy."
It's a statement that has just
It's so patently retarded.
it's like it's just.
So you think only a young person would say anything? That's stupid.
You'd think that.
Ha!
But it would have had to been a reaction.
Yeah, but they
to
know who
something.
Franklin D. Roosevelt is.
Well, it had to have been a reaction about the more recent Democrat.
You are 100% correct, sir.
Yeah.
That was Vice President Joe Biden in an interview with Katie Couric. Editor's note.
I figured it had to be somebody like that just because of the more recent the economic crash.
There were only experimental TVs, and there were no experimental DVDs in 1929. No. Oh, fuck. All right, one more. There we go. I'm going to 3 more, the rapid fire.
Okay.
All that stuff I was taught about evolution and embryology and the Big Bang Theory, all that is lies straight from the pit of hell.
Oh, that's either Republican or crazy. We can go Republican on that.
Correct. One. Paul Brown, Republican from the fine southern state of Georgia.
Oh, and from the South. What a surprise.
Yeah, double whammy. I haven't blocked out the past. I wouldn't trade the person I am or what I've done or the people I've known for anything.
Crazy. Correct.
That was Ted Bundy. Boom, boom.
Yep.
And dinosaur flatulence may have caused past climate changes. Democrat, Republican, or crazy?
Oh, I remember when this got fucking uttered. Shit. I don't remember who said it, though. Democrat?
Nope, Republican. No, Dana Rohrabacher, Republican from California, also head of the United States Committee for Science.
Yeah, that makes me feel safe.
I read so many scary fucking things, dumb things that they put in here because I didn't include them because it would start a fucking 40-minute just where we would talk about how awfully stupid and fucked we are. I was like, that's not funny. That's just fucking sad. But yes, that, ladies and gentlemen, that was our Republican, Democrat, or crazy.
It is really hard to sort out who said what dumb shit.
I kind of like that though. I kind of dig it. I think it will like keep it like a Republican or Democrat, and maybe the cray will just be for like fun and flavor. Yeah. And do it like a multiplayer kind of thing to keep score. Yeah, that's not so bad though. That'll work.
That'll work. It's true.
Work. All right, I got one weird news story because I have to read it, and I just love it so much.
Good. I'm fading fast, but we can do one weird news.
Yes. It's a short one, but it's so absolutely ridiculous that we have to end on it.
Sounds like a good idea.
Weird news, Mrs. Potato Twat. In October, workers at a clinic in Honda, Colombia, reported helping a 22-year-old woman, so this is an adult, who came in several days earlier with vegetation growing from her vagina. With vegetation growing from...
That is not where I expected this story to go.
Her vagina.
All righty.
She said her mother had told her that inserting a potato, which was sprouting, was effective contraception.
I'm going to go with Republican.
That's an actual story, United Press International, from October.
Oh, that was okay.
That was the story.
I thought there was going to be more that like
what more? What also carrots or something? Maybe she could get out the whole vegetarian soup coming out. So there was pain and vegetation
How long did she
growing from her vagina. Well, it's warm, it's wet. There's kind of nutrients in there,
Yeah.
but it doesn't need that much
Well,
because
if she's using it as contraception, there's definitely nutrients in there.
it's probably a smaller potato, but the starch
guess.
and everything, it's a root, so it's got most of what it needs. It just
Yeah.
needs the moisture, and it just starts shooting out roots, and then it just put sprouts out her vagina to grow leaves. I almost would be like, well, let's see what'll happen. I'll pay you just to sit there and let's see if we can get a whole bush going. Whoa!
Bush out the bush.
What?
That is not a 70s bush.
No, but I'd pay to see it.
Oh, yeah. I'd definitely be like, all right, check that off the list of shit I see.
Yeah, that's off my crazy ass bucket list. Wow. Don't have a vagina to try it, but I get to see it.
Speaking of bucket list.
A and B, don't know if I jerk off to it. Yes, B, go ahead.
I was watching some internet thing, and there was people that had gotten like jail sentence for tiger porn.
Oh, this is borderline cheetah porn.
And I was just like, really? And so it was whatever the headline was about the tiger porn that made me watch it, because I was like, let me find this shit so, I could pass it your way.
How'd they get the tiger not to maul the chick?
Well, here's what happened is that they whatever lawmakers decided to like arrest these people that were involved in the whole thing.
Yeah, because you probably should have.
They just arrested them on, somebody going, tiger porn. Then like
Obviously it was me.
6 months later, when through the legal process, after like doing horrible legal things to a bunch of these people, they actually watched the tape.
Yeah.
It was just a dude dressed as a tiger
Oh.
in a porno scene.
Well, I'm
And-
glad you said that, because I would have been so disappointed tonight.
Yeah.
When I went, tiger porn.
That's why I didn't even bother to look, because I was like,
Fucking
'cause
furries?
they pulled the clip and all that stuff off there, like at the time, but I was just like, tiger porn, it's really a thing, huh? I was like, this fucked up snuff film. Oh no, it's just a bunch of fucking stupid people who were freaked out about someone dressed up as a tiger
They're
banging
so
a chick.
scared.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Who made of course a guy dressed as a tiger made some cheesy Tony the Tiger line reference. I was like,
I thought it would be like a very realistic looking tiger costume at
Nope.
least.
Like, just really.
What country was this that this became
I think
a
it was
thing?
the UK. 'Cause
They're weird up in the UK.
they have issues with their porn.
Yeah, they got real problems with their porn over there, dude.
They wouldn't
Some
last
serious
a day in Japan.
porn connectivity issues over there, big time. That is fucking fucked up shit, man. I'm surprised they haven't the whole. If you tried that shit in the United States, there'd be riots. It'd be like, oh, what happened? We're in endless war. Don't give a shit. Well, taxation without reputation, whatever. Wait, what? You're taking away our porn?
What do you mean I can't connect to Pornhub?
What? This is bullshit. What's next? Our cell phones? This is fuck you. Roar.
Exactly.
Don't fuck with our guns. Don't fuck with our porn.
That's why
and
people should
don't
be
fuck with
concerned
our
about
cell
net
phones.
neutrality.
Yeah, dude. It's like the one thing people rally behind. And not because most people are smart enough. It's usually the small percentage of people who are smart enough explain it to everybody else. The new window dressing they put on the next bill they're trying to get out. No, it's the same thing. It's, look, take off the mask. I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't
One's
for your...
the pesky net coders.
Yeah, you sons of bitches. And then we're all like, oh, it's that thing again. Yes, okay. That's bad. They're like, oh, jinkies, we'll get you next time. And it is just a matter of time before somehow they shut up enough of the smart people to slide it by. We really don't want that. We really don't. We have like the worst connectivity, short of like fucking Amazon tribes, which haven't connected to the outside world. Connectivity. Fucking when Romania has better. Estonia.
Last I checked, we're like 20-somethingth on the planet.
And we pay through the nose for it.
Yeah.
Not a good idea to give
Because
these people the type of
three
control.
companies that control the internet in America.
Bad idea. It's a real bad idea.
Two of them are buddies.
It's the one way we can find out about the nefarious shit that the rest of the world, the rest of our government's doing. Don't have the people who own half of the government. Don't let them do this. Don't. Oh, God, please don't. It would be so
It's bad for everyone.
And people, it's not just bad. Even if you want to not pay attention to what's going on, it's bad for porn. Bad for porn. It's bad for free movies and all the cool shit we enjoy.
Screw up your porn, your Netflix, and your HBO Go.
It would deal a serious blow to the new god internet that we all love and enjoy so much.
Yep.
Internet, the child god, has been so great to us, has done no harm to us. Actually, good things for us. Don't fail our god. Don't fail our new god.
Don't fuck it up.
Yeah, please, because so much cool shit's happening. We cannot not let this. We don't have a shuttle anymore. We don't have anything cool.
I know. How else would we find out about what other kind of new crazy shit the Pope is talking about?
Yeah, the internet's our only hope. Damn it, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Like so many droids.
Otherwise, we'd have to send droids with our fucking information, and that takes forever. The ultimate snail mail. So I don't know if you noticed with R2, he didn't get around very fast. I don't care about the jetpacks that Lucas and fucking put in.
Oh, yeah. I was.
Damn it, Lucas. Damn it. Damn you, Lucas. But, yeah. So we had a pretty decent thing going on here. We had some, we learned Interstellar is good.
I'm looking forward to watching that one.
We learned that Blizzard is good.
Always looking forward to whatever kind of shenanigans they're up
Yeah, Rift is all right.
to. Sure.
We learned that Republicans and Democrats
Are just as batshit crazy as people that kill people for a living.
yes, perhaps
Or a hobby, rather.
perhaps even dumber because as you saw, you're like, no, it makes too much sense, Charlie Manson.
Yeah.
just let that roll around your noggins, folks. Made too much sense. Must be Charlie Manson.
Yeah. Wait, that statement actually made some sense on some level. It's got to
Yeah.
be a serial killer.
Yes.
I can find the logic in that.
Yeah. Just when in doubt.
Wasn't two completely opposing ideas strung together as one coherent idea.
Yeah, it wasn't 50 adverbs in a run-on sentence, Michelle Bachman. Yeah, so that is how you end a podcast.
You end it literally and realistically with all the adverbs you could possibly find.
With literally, figuratively, and genitally,
Amazingly, yes.
a potato sprouting from a human vagina.
Yep.
Which would work as contraception, though.
Yeah, I wouldn't put my dick in that.
No, I'd probably jerk off and look at it, but I would not put my dick inside of it.
Right.
Not until you pulled that potato. But would I eat the potato?
Would you eat the pussy potato, or would you boil it first?
Folks, well, I'd probably cut it up and pan fry it. Like make
Some
a
onions and stuff.
vaginal hash brown. It would be a gash brown, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yeah, a gash brown. Episode title: Gash Browns. That just happened.
Oh, well done, sir. Well done.
That is how I would have it fried. Well done. Well, delicious.
You'd have to cook the chlamydia out.
Yeah, it'd be a gash brown. Maybe have
Your
another.
baked potato comes with sour cream already added. You've got a problem.
They might have another woman with some onions growing out her vagina. And
Those are some Funyuns.
another woman with who's ovulating for some scrambled eggs. And I just mix it all together. Oh, that'd be the ultimate omelet. Oh yeah, it'd be delightful. I would love to shove that in my mouth just to say that I did. That's on my bucket list.
All right.
Oh, now that, God damn it, is how you end a fucking season 4 podcast.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Which brings us to you've been listening to That's Life. Woo. Hey, Baby One Production, episode 110. And thank you so much for listening.
Yeah.
You can listen to or download many of the season 2 through 4 episodes, Pete,
For free.
at our YouTube channel, youtube.com/That's Life Podcast. That's youtube.com/That's Life Podcast. Now, we also have a Facebook page where neat things often happen. Pete, tell them
that's
about
right.
the motherfucking Facebook page.
Over on Facebook.com/That's Life Podcast, you can get all kind of notified when we do all kinds of funny new shit. And we also add random crazy funny things throughout the course of the in-between episodes since we've got all the in-betweenness going on. But give us a like and a favorite and all that kind of shit. Post us your questions, send us some weird news links, and maybe we'll talk about it on the show. Remember, kids, That's Life Podcast. Facebook page at facebook.com/that'slifepodcast.
And if you enjoyed what you just heard,
We had too much fun talking about it.
be sure to tell a friend, neighbor, or coworker and help us to spread the laughter as far as we can.
So, from all of us here at That's Life Podcast, this has been Pete.
And Carl bidding you an adieu, and a delicious vaginal Gashbrown adieu.
I don't know how I feel about that.
That's one spicy potato.